Good evening, I'm Jackie Spate. 5 men appeared in the Suva Magistrates Court this afternoon, charged with aggravated robbery and harbouring prisoners. Kunal Prasad, Rajeshwar Prasad, Mataika Mateawa and Iso Kumbunalangi have been charged with aggravated robbery. They were allegedly involved in the BSP heist and other robberies around Suva. Kumbunalangi is the younger brother of escapee Tevita Sungu. He and Ifiremi Saungesa are charged with harbouring an escapee. Their cases have been transferred to the High Court and the 5 have been remanded until October 5th. The court will review the condition of the 4 escapees on Monday after being told that they are in hospital. Escapee Saw Wanga remains at large, but police are hot on his heels. His latest sighting was in Vesarilami yesterday morning when he stole goods from a general store. Shalvin Chand with more.
Ramzan Dean had a brush with Iswa Wanga after items were stolen from his store yesterday. Dean had just opened his small shop and billiard center and was busy outside the store when Wanga took off with the cash and cigarettes.
I was cleaning my billiard table when he came up and then just went in the shop. Just in a minute he walked out again with 4 packets of cigarettes. And then I followed him up. He ran up the Levisari track. I went to the side of the river and almost missed him by 2 meters, almost got him.
Dean says he's familiar with the terrain and gave chase in his car, but Wanga was too quick for him.
Wearing a blue 3/4, blue t-shirt with white stripe and a black cap. And when he went up the bush, he took off the blue t-shirt and there was a white t-shirt inside. But after, when he came up again to the track, the ladies on the top saw him with a green t-shirt. So he was wearing 3 t-shirts.
Police are also not far behind in the hunt for Wanga. Even though road checkpoints have been removed, officials say he too will be behind bars soon.
I haven't heard any brief so far in regards to him coming out to assist. However, we all know that the family members should, as required by law, to assist us in regards to this.
It's been exactly a week today since Wanga broke out with 4 other inmates. While the rest of them will be making a court appearance soon, Wanga continues to evade authorities. Shalvin Chand, FBC News.
Meanwhile, the national operation between police, the military and the Fiji Correction Services will continue even after the last Nambour escapee has been captured. The authorities have widened their net and anyone who hid the fugitives, knew their whereabouts or was associated with them in any way will now face the full brunt of the law. Vosita Kotoi Wasawasa reports.
9 people were arrested around the Suva area. They were allegedly partying with the escapees over the weekend. It's alleged the money from the BSP robbery and other heists were used to buy alcohol and cigarettes. The escapees and their friends were living it up.
The problem with them is that they know that they are on the run, but they did not inform the police the whereabouts of these people. So we are taking them in, and if they have breached any law, and then we'll have to charge them. I've stated earlier in the week that we would like to teach a lesson to the member of public not to harbour prisoners.
Tundravu says all their resources are focused on catching those operating behind the shadows, those who masterminded the escape, the hideout and the armed robberies.
And the investigation along the line will deepen to those that are behind the mastermind, what we call the big fish. They are not actively involved, but they are the ones that plan all these things, and they are out there. So we are focusing on these 5 escapees, but the actors behind the scene is where the investigation will go into.
So this national operation will not stop until
we will not stop here. Our first phase is to get these 5 in, and then the investigation will continue to reveal who are acting behind the scene.
All investigations, though, tie into how the 5 men escaped from Namboro in the first place.
The investigation along the line will deepen to those that are behind the mastermind, what we call the big fish. They are not actively involved, but they are the ones that plan all these things, and they are out there. So we are focusing on these 5 escapees, but the actors behind the scene is where the investigation will go into.
Others who helped the escapees should expect police at their doorstep any day now. Vosita Kote Wasawasa, FBC News.
The 4 Nambora escapees are still admitted at the Colonial War Memorial Hospital. Police say they've stopped all visitors because investigations are still in fragile stages. Vosita Kote Wasawasa again.
They are under police guard at the hospital and will remain there until doctors say the escapees are fit for interrogation. ACP Rusiate Tundravu says the injuries aren't the result of a violent beating. Officers had to use necessary force to subdue the fugitives.
I can confirm that they resisted arrest. And in order to get them in, the operational officers use reasonable force because they resist arrest. So that is why we have allowed them to be taken to the hospital to have medical checkup, and they are under observation.
The only people with access to the Nambora 5 are medical staff and police investigators.
So far, I have not allowed anybody to see them because investigation is going on. I do not want anyone to visit them.
Officers were out at Snake Island had it tough as well. Rummaging through the bushes on the tiny island, they too sustained injuries due to the rough terrain.
I also would like to state here that if you visit the place where the arrest has taken place, it is the terrain is not. It's really like rugged, and also our officers received injuries during when the arrest was made.
The escapees will be brought to court once they are released from hospital. Vosita Kote Wasawasa, FBC News.